One of the 5 key disciplines and commitments in the real estate business, if you want to have a successful career, is the commitment to prospecting. And I'm clear there's 6 reasons and 6 different components of prospecting that you may not be thinking about. So stay tuned until the end to get all 6, and this will absolutely help you sell more homes in the next 6, 12, 18 months. If you get some value out of this, you like what you hear, or you're looking for this kind of coaching in your business, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to talk to us about how we can support you, you can click on the link in the comments to schedule a call with our team. The commitment to prospecting. I love prospecting. I'm a prospector. I've had a whole career based on my willingness and skill set to picking up the phone and having conversations with potential customers. And it's something a lot of agents want to avoid because they don't like it or it makes them uncomfortable. What we know is this is one of the 5 key commitments in order to have a successful career in real estate or really in sales. And there's some different components of prospecting you want to be aware of. The first is that being consistent with your lead generation is non-negotiable if you want a big business. Prospecting daily, talking to people daily, keeping your pipeline full, that's a top priority for agents. A lot of agents want to be the best negotiators or the best rapport builders. I want the biggest pipeline of business, and all those things I mentioned are important. My job for myself, for my family, for the company here that we support is to bring in new business constantly. And if you're not prospecting, you may not be in an actual business. So let me say that again. If you're not prospecting, you may not be in an actual business, because every successful agent knows that having a full pipeline and committing on a daily basis to find new business is the lifeblood of anyone who's in sales. So step 1 is having that consistent lead generation in your schedule and making sure it's a non-negotiable. You want to block that time out. That's the most important appointment of the day because it's the appointment with yourself to build your business. The second thing to understand about the commitment to prospecting is that when you build relationships, that will lead to future sales. So let me say this again. When you build relationships, that will lead to future sales. Every call, every conversation, it's an opportunity to build a relationship that can turn into repeat business. Some people have said this, that, I'm big on nurturing my clients. I'm big on taking care of people. Well, in order to do that, you've got to have conversations with them. You have to talk to them, see what they need, because there's a lot of needs outside buying and selling that are really important. And the more relationships you build, the more opportunities you create. We know this because how many people after a few years in the business, they start to see repeat and referral business come in? Well, imagine if you made that commitment every day to connect with people in your community, in your neighborhood, people that need your help, and you build relationships with them rather than focus on selling. Well, you're going to have folks come to you because they know what you do. People ask what you do all the time, and you're always just one conversation and one connection away from the next sale. So how do you do that? Hey, do you need a contractor referral? Tell me how your work situation's going. How's your family doing? Ask all the questions that are going to build rapport. Use the Ford script. Talk to people, and that's how you build relationships. Number 3 is going to be staying ahead of the market and getting educated and becoming that knowledge broker. So regular prospecting, regular lead generation, regular phone calls and text messages and emails, they keep you ahead of market shifts. You're not just selling homes, you're becoming the go-to expert in your area. And knowledge is going to be power. You've heard that before, right? So the more you study the market, understand, hey, we're seeing pending sales jumped up over 5% this month, or here's what's going on with mortgage rates. Here's what the anticipation of the market is. Here's the projections for the upcoming year. Well, then people are going to take you seriously because you're delivering value. And when you understand the market and have constant conversations, even when the market shifts, right? We're coming off the lowest level of transactions since 1995 in 2024. Our team's business was up 14.4% because we made a commitment to talking to people and helping them. Not a lot of people can say that. So regular prospecting will help you deal with market shifts, and knowing what's going on in the market will help you have value-based conversations. And the numbers don't lie, right? So the more you prospect, the more the chances you are of going on more appointments, because the more appointments you go on, the more homes you're going to sell. And it's just simple math, right? We know that every 4 to 6 phone calls that are made, you get one conversation. So we can actually break all this down into the data and understand exactly what's got to happen. And you can't win if you're not talking to enough people. If you make 10 phone calls a week, you've got very low odds of converting. But if you make 100 phone calls a week, knowing that 4 to 6 number, let's take 4 just to make it simple. Well, 4 into 100 is 25. That means you're having 25 conversations. If you're only calling 10 people, that's 1 or 2. I'm calling 400 or 500 people a week. So you can see what the conversation numbers are there. And it's just going to be a math game because there's a certain amount of people that are out there that are thinking about making a real estate decision, and it's our job to find them. And the way to find them and see who's motivated, because that's what actually matters, is talking to them on the phone and asking questions. Point number 5 is that you want to work on your skills, right? You're never going to master them. You're never going to be a perfect 10. Perfection doesn't exist. When you role play and practice your scripts and then use them in real life, at some point you got to get in the arena and actually do the thing. And the more you do that, the better you're going to get, right? You're going to fail a little bit. You're not going to schedule an appointment on every call, but it's a chance for you to refine your pitch, right? You can only practice so much before you got to use it. And done is going to be better than perfect. And I told you what I feel about perfect. So, prospecting isn't just about finding business. It's about getting better at your craft every single day. I'm a big believer in the role play in the morning, followed by the prospecting right afterwards. We do this every day of the week at our team, Monday through Thursday. And what happens is you get the warm up, you get that practice rep in. It's no different than making a couple pitches in the bullpen or taking a couple free throws and warming up. So when you get in the game, and you've seen players, they get better as they're in the game in the world of sports. And that's no different here when it comes to real estate. It's an opportunity to get better and better. And you've got to log time, log innings, log reps, whatever you're going to be doing. And getting on the phone and doing that's going to help make you better. Because if you're not using the skills will erode. And lastly, discipline will drive your results, right? Discipline will carry you when motivation can't. So prospecting consistently is the ultimate test of discipline, because there's going to be some days you don't feel like doing it, right? There's going to be some days where you're in a bad mood, something bad happened, and you don't want to prospect. But the agent who does the prospecting and the lead generation anyway, in spite of what's going on in their head or how they're feeling, are the ones who dominate, right? I'm here to dominate. I'm here to win big. I hope you are too if you're following me and watching this video. And if you want to win at the highest level, you just got to do it every day, even when you don't feel like it. And that's why the commitment to prospecting is so critical. So there's a lot to unpack here, right? We went over 6 different things. And, there's also the practicing your scripts, because you don't want to practice on paychecks. There's so much to unpack here. If you got questions, reach out on social, shoot me a DM. We're here to help you master the power of prospecting.